stirring the coffee with chopsticks using the vortex method. The K-bar chopsticks. Using the vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee at the molecular level. Good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan in my pajamas. We'll get started, but first, coffee. Nice. Ethiopian. Ah, my favorite. Absolute favorite. Favorite. Show is canceled. I'm just going to drink coffee the whole time. Only kidding. So what is happening on my side of the internet? Goal talk, positive relationships, how to be trimmer, thinner, more muscular, tips and motivation and examples of how to make more money and work smart. Welcome to the bright side of the internet. You're not going to find any negativity here, and I also put out a newsletter called the Unstuck Newsletter, which you will be getting today, later on, at about 5 o'clock today, if you sign up for it at georgebruno.com. I found a secret chestnut tree. I've only told a few people about it, so it's not really secret. On the grounds of where I work part-time, it's going to give me about a pound of chestnuts a day until about mid-November. Any other foragers here? Mushroom hunters, berries, ginseng, truffles, any kind of roots, anything like that? Any other people that go into the woods or fields and look for things? I just ordered a book. I forget the name of it. I think it was by Samuel Thayer, like the Forager's Handbook or something like that. Kind of like a more serious guide to field and forest edibles. Can't wait for that to get here. School. High school. Can really suck. Most don't realize how smart they are until years after the indoctrination takes place. Today's education system creates good little slaves, doesn't it? Imagine graduating and not having one profitable skill and thinking you have to go another 4 to 8 years to make any money, have a family, and then you're only making $38,000 a year. Break away from the bullshit carousel and learn a profitable skill. It's never too late, my friendly acquaintance. Never too late. Train your whole body, not just what you see in front of a mirror. You see guys that just like have these overdeveloped pecs. It's like, come on. Those pecs are going to look like saggy breasts in the future. In the not very distant future. 99% of the guys I know in high school and college currently look like shit. The guys that were tough and had like insanely muscular bodies are saggy now. Or just look like a barrel. Their torso just looks like a barrel. What I want you to do is start thinking about compound movements, not just doing bench presses and curls. Compound movements, things that work multiple muscle groups and have an overall strong appearance, not just a puffy chest. You are going to have critics, no matter who you are. You know what I say? Screw them. I look at dudes like Wrangler Star. You guys know Wrangler Star here on YouTube. Seems like a good dude, right? He has an interesting, productive, and prosperous life. But he's got detractors, enemies, and shit posters who put him down on a regular basis. Imagine that. So his response? Ignore and carry on. Hate always comes from below. And ask yourself, would you ever trade places with the detractors, with the shit posters? The answer is always, always going to be no. Always. How average people do social media? They post a platitude, post what you're against, post what irritates you, post the threat of the day, the existential threat of the day, do nonstop political posting, and then attempt to grow by putting others down. And then they check and see how many likes there are. And it's amazing. People will do that for 3 to 5 likes. Like, that's a success. Like, I don't consider a post a success unless minimum 10 to 20 people like it, agree with it, or whatever. But then again, I don't really care. But my goal is to reach as many people with actionable, useful information, not just opinions. And you know what they say about opinions? They're all like a-holes. Everyone's got one, and they all smell. Someone told me that many, many years ago. So how do above average people utilize social media? They create a product or a service and talk about it, something that's useful. They encourage others to increase their freedom. They connect with great minds. They create joint ventures and alliances and positive relationships. That's what above average people do. Now, excellent people, off the charts. Everything they do turns to gold. The average people, everything they do turns to tit. No one's going to find you on their own, so if you have a product or a service that you are selling, focus on getting as many eyes on it as possible. This means you need to promote yourself. But here's the problem. You were taught that it's all vanity and showboating. You shouldn't promote yourself. So keep your mouth shut and be a good slave. You don't realize the full potential of social media because you hear of the extremes. And you don't like the extremes. And the extremes are not you. You're not a Lamborghini driving guy or gal. You are not a jacked and tan Greek statue. If you don't realize the full potential of social media, of YouTube, of Gab, of Facebook, of Instagram, you're using it wrong. You need to use it to make connections and do business. You can get instant direct access to some of the greatest minds on the planet. Don't waste this opportunity arguing with strangers about stupid crap, which is what most people do. If someone ever asked you, how's it going? And you answered, another day, another dollar. Guess what? It might be time for a change. I talk about stuff like this in the newsletter, especially the one that's going to come out today at 5 o'clock. Sign up at georgebruno.com. I love this meme. I can't come into work today because I'm sick of this shit. Imagine that. I have a friend, Brian Moore, B-R-Y-A-N. You want to check him out on Instagram as Art of Brian Moore. He's the world's greatest living sculptor. He has done a series of bronze busts of masters of horror. Great stuff. Not unlike a lot of the some of the t-shirts that I've done. H.P. Lovecraft, Bram Stoker, Mary Shelley, Raymond Chandler. An incredible guy. Like, you're just waiting for his sculptures to blink or move. Incredible stuff. Very lifelike. He comes from the special effects world. Guy is a true artist. Has known people like Tom Savini, George Romero. Incredible. And of course, he's in the business of collectibles. So he makes like miniatures of the busts of the people that he has sculpted. I'm going to have him on the channel. Should be incredible. Insanely positive guy. Just wonderful. I don't know if you know of any sculptors, but he is a true artist. Blows my mind. I know nothing about this guy, CZN Burak, but he makes me smile every time I see him. The dude loves what he does and is making a fortune. A great example for everybody. He's a Turkish chef, and he's a guy that's always smiling all the time and never breaks eye contact with you. Like, he makes stuff, like he's cooking food, but he never stops looking at the camera and smiling. And the first time you see it, you're like, this is weird. And then it kind of gets addictive. He's like chopping stuff and smiling, like he's literally like, will be chopping something, looking at the camera, like, and then he like puts it in the pan, but he doesn't break eye contact with you. Then he takes the pan, puts it on the fire. Like, it's pretty funny. So from what I've heard, he's got like 6 restaurants, but look him up, CZN Burak. He will make you smile. And you know what? We need more people in this world to make us smile, I think. Well, here we are down to the last 3 months of 2022. Yikes! Or maybe not. If you start building right now, learning a new profitable skill, let's just say an hour a day, by New Year's Day, 3 months from now, you can have a business that's making money part-time, even if it's a few dollars a week. If you keep going for another 5 months, by June 1st, you might be able to quit your job. And that is no bull. It is a fact. I know people doing it all the time. All the time. Seek people out on social media, Gab, YouTube, real life, who only motivate you and push you in the direction of action to get your physical, financial, and spiritual act together. Only hang out with positive people who are moving in a direction of productivity. Only watch on your phone or on your computer people who do the same. Everyone else goes. Everybody. I don't care if what you're saying is true. I just don't want... How can I put this? I don't care if what the critics are saying is true about a certain person. Why do you want to expose yourself to that nonsense? Keep it positive. I am allergic to negative. If you are hard on yourself, you're good at being self-employed. If you're not hard on yourself and you don't have good personal habits, stay an employee. You're meant to be an employee. But as you become harder on yourself and more disciplined, you will want to be free. Think about that. That's the pivot that I'm making with the YouTube channel, is for you to be self-sufficient more and more and more. Create extra streams of income. As I like to say, get on the positive health, wealth, and relationship train. The wife wants more. You work more. The wife says you're never home and you never help out around the house. And then eventually, here comes the bomb. You're not the man that I married. You have no idea how many men write me about this every week. You have no idea. It is a problem. It's real. And gentlemen, I can help you with that. Don't you want to make more money in less time? That's called leveraging your time. Some guy says, I worked 3 double shifts last week. Yay, good for you. So you worked 64 hours, and with commuting, it comes out to about 70 hours a week. So by the time you get home, there's nothing left of you. And everything irritates the hell out of you. So what suffers when you keep doing this? Family, friends, interests, your motivation. Yeah, but that paycheck is growing. Where are you enjoying that paycheck? I know the obvious thing is a bigger paycheck. But what is being depleted when you work 70 hours a week on a regular basis? Think about it. What is suffering? You don't have to do that. There's a better way. If you have a skill outside of your job, you can give yourself a raise rather than beg for a 4% raise. I know at my part-time job, I got notice I'm going to get a 4% raise. I know there's some people that are like, ooh, a 4% raise. To me, it's kind of like laughable. I guess 4% is better than nothing, but I'm not going to live with that. I'm not going to live with that. That is why I am self-employed in a few other areas. When I want more money, I give myself a raise. I get more innovative. I do a little bit more. I work smarter, not more hours. Today is September 23rd. Think about this. Next Friday is the 30th. The last day of the month. So you have 9 days. Well, now you got, 7 days to make an extra $200 outside of your job. So that's a challenge. If you have until next Friday to make an extra $200, how? This is my challenge to you. How will you do it? How will you do it? And with that, finish your coffee, and I'll see you next week on the Daybreak Show, your home of sanity, clarity, and reason.
Hi, my name is Erin. I use she, her pronouns, and I am
Deep in the shadows, I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other. So far as the echo, where do we start? You can learn to discover a million stars. Here in the shadows, I know you're scared. Take my hand, together we'll make a stand. We've got to fight to find a way. Dare to fall to find out what to say. No more hate. Just admit that you're just afraid. Time to let go of all your fears and pride. Stand up beside me, don't you hide. We can build a better place. If we can just find a way, then we can live a better day. Rise from the ashes, from the anger, from the war. Let's come together, lift your spirit for the cause. We should be equal, should be living free. All together, one and all, let's build a dream. Just admit that you're just afraid. Let go of all your fears and pride. Stand up beside me, don't you hide. We can build a better place. If we can just find a way, then we can live a better day. 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 Rise from the ashes, from the anger, from the war. Let's come together, lift your spirit for the cause. We should be equal, should be living free. All together, one and all. All together, one and all. All together, one and all. Let's live a better day.